Hey there fellow Pokemon fans! Today we'll be showcasing off the Generation 2 evolution, that being Espeon. Espeon isn't used all that often, right? But it can seriously do some major damage if used correctly, and we've got a moveset today that utilizes Psychic for some massive stab damage, Dazzling Gleam for some coverage versus opposing Dark and Dragon types, Trick to cripple opposing Pokemon that might be trying to set up, and finally, we've got the Terra-fighting Terra Blast to be able to resist opposing Dark type moves and then annihilate them right back. And with the Choice Specs item that you can see on our Espeon's head right about there, giving our Espeon a 50% boost in its special attack, Espeon will be hitting like a truck, that's for sure. And finally, Espeon has the Magic Bounce ability, which essentially reflects any type of non-attacking move that would affect our side of the field, like hazards or status, that type of thing. Fantastic stuff. Oh, and while we're on the subject, quick question of the day. What's one of your favourite Psychic-Type Pokemon? Mine's probably Alakazam, but I'd love to know yours, so be sure to let me know down below in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video and want to join me on my journey to reach 1,000 subscribers, be sure to smash that like and subscribe button for more exciting battles. And with all that said, let's jump straight into the games.
No time to question my moves. I stick to the path that
Okay, so my opponent's got a Bruxish, a Dragonite, Goldengo, Garchomp, Torkoal, and the Gengar. Very interesting team. I'm leading off with my Lycanroc, and let's do this. Okay, so, who are you leading off today? So out comes the Bruxish. How interesting, okay. Okay. So this thing normally gets Aqua Jet, right? So I think maybe going into... No, I want to preserve Corviknight, so I'm going to go for my Stealth Rocks, and let's see what happens. Alright, so Lycanroc goes for those Stealth Rocks, lovely jubbly, and I'm guessing they could be going for a Flip Turn, to be fair. Let's find out. So what are you going for? They went for a Psychic Terrain. Oh my god, okay, so... Oh, that blocks my Accelerock priority. Okay, fair enough, but I've still got my Focus Sash intact, so I am thinking about maybe switching out. So I'm going to go into my Sceptile, Oh, hang on a minute. Are they going for a Psychic-type move? That's insane. Okay, so coming in Sceptile, buddy. Let's see what they go for. Let's see. Okay, so Sceptile comes on in. Wave Crash. Okay, so at least it's resisted, right? So hold on, Sceptile. Sceptile holds on like a boss. They take some recoil. And I'm going to go for a Shed Tail, because they might be expecting my... Oh, Shell Bell! Oh my god, okay. Well, I'm going for that Shed Tail regardless, because I feel like they're going to switch, right? Alright, so they are going to switch. Fantastic. So this gives us a free Shed Tail opportunity. Let's see who comes in. Maybe the Torkoal? Let's find out. So it is going to be... It is the Torkoal. Fantastic. So what I can do now is go into my Espeon and then Choice Specs Psychic this, right? So, okay. Great job, Sceptile. Calm back, buddy. Let's bring our... That's going to activate our Citrus Berry. Yep. We won't be able to Shed Tail again, but maybe we can endeavour something later on, right? So, okay. Great job, Sceptile. The sub is up. Let's bring in our Espeon, 100%. So, okay. Espeon, come on in, buddy. And let's blast this Torkoal into oblivion, eh? So, they might live if they're specially defensively invested. But either way, I'm happy to do as much damage as possible, right? So, let's go for that Psychic. Here we go. Alright, so Espeon goes for that Choice Specs boosted Psychic. Let's see, can we one-shot it? Get him, Espeon. Let's see the damage, and we one-shot the Torkoal. And we're still behind the substitute. Amazing job, Espeon. Down goes the Torkoal, and let's see who comes in next. Alright, so Summon the Paldea Champion's coming out. Is it the Goldengo? It is the Goldengo. Okay. So, on this, I'm going to fire off a Psychic, knowing that I can do some damage, right? So, Espeon goes for that Choice Specs boosted Psychic. Let's see the damage, eh? It is resisted, but we should still do a huge chunk. So, oh my god, Espeon, that's amazing. Okay, so they're probably going to go for a Shadow Ball to break our... They went for a Substitute? Oh my god, this is amazing. Maybe they're expecting me to switch or something, so we can definitely knock this out. I'm going to go for a Psychic. They might go for a Recover, but I'm pretty confident that my Psychic will be enough to knock it out, right? So, okay, oh, of course, the Psychic Terrain helped with the damage output. Yeah, okay, so let's go for a Psychic regardless. So, okay, Espeon goes for that Psychic, lovely jubbly. Let's do some big damage, buddy. And yeah, I'm wondering, are they going to be going for the Recover? Let's find out. So, okay, we break their Substitute. Yep, that's definitely going to break it, 100%. Down goes their Substitute. Now, are you going for the Shadow Ball or the Recover? Let's find out. So, they've gone for the Shadow Ball. Amazing. Okay, so Espeon can now knock out this Goldengo, right? So that's amazing. Okay, great job, Espeon. The sub will go down, of course, because it's super effective. Yep. So, Espeon, buddy, let's do this, my man. They get some more leftovers. Yep. Not that it matters at all, right? So, okay, Espeon, let's go for that Psychic, buddy, and let's knock this out. Come on. Alright, so Espeon goes for that Choice Specs boosted Psychic, and we're going to knock out the Goldengo. Amazing. Espeon gets its second KO of the game. Lovely jubbly. Down goes the Goldengo, and let's see who comes in next. Alright, so something the reliable partner's coming out, and it is the Garchomp. Okay, so decision time. Do I think they're going for a Scale Shot or... Okay, so there's no way... Oh, and they left. Amazing. Okay, Espeon does it again. Fantastic job, Espeon. That's what I'm talking about. So Choice Specs Espeon made my opponent leave. Good game to them, and great job to my Pokemon. Jeez Louise. Look at my opponent's team. They got the, what's his face? The Meowscarada, the Paradox Iron Valiant, or whatever it was called. I forgot its name. You know what I mean. The Ogerpon Grass, the Sylveon Walking Wake, and the Gardevoir. What a crazy looking team. I'm leading off with Lycanroc, and let's do this. Okay, so who are you leading off with, eh? So out comes the Walking Wake. Okay, so I can set up the Stealth Rocks, and then I can Endeavour this, right? Because I know Walking Wake's got 346 speed, at full timid, right? And I'm 350, so let's go over those Stealth Rocks immediately. Alright, so Lycanroc goes for those Stealth Rocks, lovely jubbly, and now I'm guessing they're going to be going for a Hydro Steam. I doubt they're going for a Flip Turn, so let's find out. So there's the Hydro Steam. Okay, it's going to bring us down to our Focus Sash. Great job for holding on, Lycanroc. And we'll go for an Endeavour, and we'll bring this, and we'll bring it down to 1 HP, right? So, okay, Lycanroc, you got this, buddy. Let's go for that Endeavour immediately. Alright, so Lycanroc goes for that Endeavour. We bring the Walking Wake down to 1 HP. They go for a Hydro Steam. There it is. And fantastic job, Lycanroc. So, who do I think I want to go into next, eh? I could go into Espeon, to be fair. Maybe Espeon's in my best interest. Yeah, I'm going to go into my Espeon. Let's do that. So come on in, Espeon, buddy. I need your assistance. We'll knock this out with a Psychic. And I think Psychic's pretty good all round, right? So, except for the Paradox Pokemon and maybe the Gardevoir, right? So... Oh, but no, do you know what? I'm going for the Terra Blast in case they go into Meowscarada afterwards, right? So, Espeon goes for that Choice Specs Terra Blast. We knock out the Walking Wake with a crit, fair enough. And let's see if they go into Meowscarada afterwards. Alright, so let's see. Is it the Meowscarada? We're about to find out. No, it's the Iron... I forgot what... Is it Iron... no, it's not Iron Valiant. It's Psychic Grass, isn't it? Let me just double check. So, yeah, Psychic Grass. Okie dokie. So... Not too sure what this thing wants to go for against me. I'm going to preserve the Corviknight for the Ogerpon and the Meowscarada, so I'm not going to bring him in. So, maybe I just go for that Choice Specs Terra Blast. Sorry, I'm going for the Choice Specs Terra Blast. Let's see how it goes. So, Espeon goes for that Choice Specs Terra Blast. Let's see the damage, and... Okay, it's a little chunk of damage. And they're going for a Sword Dance. Oh my god. Okay, so... I need to consider my options, to be fair. What the heck would I even switch into on this? Okay. So, I think I'm just going to go for another Terra Blast to weaken it, right? So, Espeon goes to that Choice Specs Terra Blast. Let's see the damage, and... Oh, it just lives on 1. Okay, so... Mega Horn, and they miss! Oh my god, Espeon dodging like a boss. You absolute monster, Espeon. So, let's go for another Terra Blast. Let's knock out this Paradox Pokemon. Alright, so Espeon goes for that Choice Specs Terra Blast, and we knock out the Paradox Virizion. So, amazing job, Espeon. That's what I'm talking about. And let's see who comes in next. Alright, so... Something the Treasure Hunter's coming out, and it is the Meowscarada. Okay, so I think they're going to be going for a knockoff, right? So I'm going to go for that Choice Specs. Do I want to terrestrialize just yet? Let me just think about this. Do you know what? No, I don't. I'm going to go for that Terra Fighting Terra Blast. Let's do this, Espeon. So here we go. Time to terrestrialize. They've got to be going for a knockoff, right? They might be going for a U-turn, but I think knockoff's coming, right? So, Espeon, I believe in you. You can do this, buddy. Got a nice little fighting Terra Fist crown on our Espeon's head. Let's show off your fighting prowess, my man. So, here we go. So, show me that knockoff. Come on, show me the knockoff. Oh, they're adamant. They're adamant. Amazing. So, Espeon, knock out this Meowscarada, buddy. And down goes the Meowscarada. We've still got our Choice Specs to boot. Amazing job, Espeon. Down goes the Meowscarada, and let's see who comes in next. Alright, so, something the Gourmet's coming out, and it is the... Sylveon. Okay, so this Pokemon is a bit of a threat, not going to lie. So, against this, what do I want to do, eh? So, I could go Sceptile, that's true. Yeah, I'm going to go into my Sceptile so I can try and weaken this, right? So, come on back, Espeon, you've been amazing. And I'll try and weaken it as much as I can with Sceptile. And then I'll probably try and go for a Choice Specs boosted Psychic against it with my Espeon, right? So, Yawn! Oh my god, okay. So, it's a Yawn Sylveon. Jeez Louise. Okay, so I will immediately go for a Shed Tail and their leftovers. So, that's annoying. That is annoying, not going to lie. So, I'm going to go for that Shed Tail immediately. Let's do the Sceptile. Alright, so Sceptile goes for that Shed Tail. Lovely jubbly. And yeah, okay, so the Citrus Berry activates. Lovely jubbly. And now, what do I want to do, eh? So, I need to think about my options. So, what do I think they're going to go? They got Yawn, right, which is really annoying. And I can't believe they chose to go Yawn on my Espeon, knowing I've got Magic Bounce. Maybe they're expecting me to switch. That's fair enough, to be honest. So, I'm going to switch in my Espeon. Let's do that. So, come on, Espeon, buddy. I need your assistance. And we'll go from there, right? So, what are they going for? Another Yawn, another... No, they went for a Hyper Voice. So... And, oh, I forgot it's a sound-based move. Oh, no. Okay, so that's my bad. That's my bad. So, damn it. Okay, so... Oh, God, okay. That is annoying. So, sorry about that, Espeon. You've been amazing, though, so take a good long rest. And, yeah, okay, so... Who do I want to go into on this, eh? I think I'm going to go into my Incineroar so I can get rid of its leftovers, because it's bloody annoying me. So, yeah, okay. Come on, Incineroar, buddy. I need your assistance. I'm going to go for a knockoff so we can get rid of its item, and then we'll go from there, right? So, okay, we go off the Intimidate. Not that it matters. Let's go for that knockoff immediately. Let's get rid of its leftovers. Alright, so they're faster. Oh, they got a bit of speed investment. Fair enough. So Incineroar gets drowsy. Fair enough. So we go for that knockoff. There it is. We do a chunk of damage. Oh my god, they're especially defensively tanky. That's what it is. They're not defensive. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I am going to immediately switch. Hang on, who have they got on the back again? The Gardevoir and the Ogerpon, right? So I need Corviknight for the Ogerpon, and Incineroar will be good enough against the Gardevoir, right? So calm back, Incineroar, I need you for later on. Let's go straight into our Sceptile, and with any luck, we can tank this Hyper Voice, right? So come on in, Sceptile, buddy, I need your assistance. So they went for a Protect. Oh my god, that's even better, right? It's even better. So what I'm going to do now is, I'm going to go for a Giga Drain. Let's see how much damage we do. Alright, so Sceptile goes for that Giga Drain. Okay, they are 100% especially defensively invested, right? So we get a bit of health back. Fantastic. Are they going for the Hyper Voice? Okay, so let's see how much we take. Okay. So I am going to go for... What do I want? I'm going to go for that Shed... No, I pressed Shed Tail by accident. I'm so silly. Oh, no. Oh, God. I messed up so bad. Okay, so they're going for the Hyper Voice, and that's going to knock me out. So that's my bad. That's my bad. Okay, so... Damn it. Oh, my God. I can't believe that happened. Okay, fair enough. So, I'm going to go into my Kommo-o, and I'm going to Boom Burst this. I'm going to Boom Burst this, right? So, I can't believe I messed up so bad. I meant to go for an Endeavor, and I pressed Shed Tail. So, that's my bad. That's my bad. So, okay. I'm going to go for that Boom Burst, and let's do some huge damage. Alright, so, Kommo-o goes for that Boom Burst, and we do a chunk of damage. Great job, buddy. They go for the Yawn. Oh, okay. So... they've got Protect, right? So I'm going to immediately switch into my, what do I want to switch into, eh? I could go Corviknight, to be fair, and Brave Bird afterwards. Yeah, do you know what? I'm going into my Corviknight. Let's do it. So calm back, Kommo. I want to save you for a bit later on, because Kommo can still be useful against the Ogerpon, right? So, okay, Corviknight, hold on, buddy. You can tank this Hyper Voice or the Protect, and we can go for it. Oh my god, their Wish Protect. Oh god. Okay. That's so annoying. Oh no. Okay, so I'm gonna go for that Brave Bird and let's see what happens. All right, so they do go for the Protect. Oh my god, all of this because I messed up with the Shed Tail. That's so annoying. Oh well, it is what it is, right? So okie dokie. All right, I've got to try and turn this around. I think Incineroar can turn this around. To be fair, Incineroar can definitely turn this around. So I'm gonna go for one Brave Bird, and let's do this. Okay, so Corviknight goes for that Brave Bird. Let's see the damage, and... Oh my god, that's a huge chunk of damage. Corviknight, you absolute monster. Okay, so they went for a Yawn again, so they're definitely going for a Protect afterwards, right? So, okie dokie. So, I am going to immediately switch into my Kommo on their Protect. Let's do it. Alright, so calm back, Corviknight. You've been amazing, buddy. And I'm pretty confident at this range, my Boom Burst will be enough to knock out this Sylveon, right? So, okay. There's the Protect. Not today, thank you very much. Let's go for that Boom Burst Kommo-o, and let's knock out this Sylveon. So, let's go for that Boom Burst. Here we go. Alright, so... Oh, they're withdrawing! So, Ogerpon or Gardevoir's going to get hit with a Boom Burst. So, I'm guessing it's got to be the Gardevoir, right? So, it is the Gardevoir. So, time for you to take this Boom Burst. So, get him, Kommo-o. And that's some great damage, buddy. So, now I'm going to switch immediately into my Incineroar, because that's why I was saving Incineroar for the Gardevoir, right? And then I'll go for a Bulk Up. Alright, so calm back, Kommo-o. You've been amazing, buddy. Going straight into our, Going straight into our Incineroar. Let's do it. And they must be going for a Moonblast, right? So let's see. So, alright. We get off the Intimidate, not that it matters. And they go for a Draining Kiss. Okie dokie. Incineroar takes that like a boss. Amazing job, Incineroar. Now, I'm going for that Bulk Up, 100%. So, Incineroar, buddy, let's go for that Bulk Up. Here we go. Alright, so they go for a Moonblast. Okay. Incineroar tanks that like a boss. We go for a Bulk Up. Lovely jubbly. And, okay, so I need to make a decision because they did about 60 damage, right? So I think it's in my best interest to go for a... I'm going for a rest because I need the health back, right? So they go for the Moonblast. We go from 106 to 46, so that's exactly 60 damage, right? So we go for that rest, and then I'm fairly confident that my... what's his face? Oh, I could go for another Bulk Up and then knock off, right? Because I'll still be in good range. Yeah, okay. So the Chest of the Berry activates. We wake up. I'm now going to go for a second Bulk Up, and we'll go from there, right? So let's go for that Bulk Up. Here we go. Alright, so they go for another Moonblast. Don't you dare crit me. And okay, fantastic job, Incineroar. We get the special attack drop, not that it matters. We go for the Bulk Up. We're now +2 in attack and defense. And yeah, now this knockoff will 100% knock out this Gardevoir, right? So if they go for another Moonblast, we'll be at 78 health or something like that. So let's go for that knockoff. Here we go. Alright, so Draining Kiss. Oh, okay. Well, that won't really save you, to be honest. So let's go for that knockoff, and let's take out this, what's his face? This, Gardevoir. So get him, Incineroar, and down goes the Gardevoir. Amazing job. Okay, so, yeah, if they go Ogerpon, I can always just switch into my, Corviknight, right? But I won't switch because I know I can just knock it out afterwards. Alright, so summon the Gourmet. That is the, Sylveon, right? It is the Sylveon. Okay, well... they take some Stealth Rocks damage, and I'm pretty confident my knockoff can just take this out, right? So let's go for that knockoff. Here we go. Alright, so they're going for Protect for some reason. I suppose they could go for a Yawn, but I can't... if they go Yawn, I'll definitely switch Incineroar out the next turn, because I can't afford them to Swords Dance with the Ogerpon, right? So, okay, Incineroar, let's go for that knockoff, and let's take this out, buddy. Alright, so they go for a Wish. Interesting. Okay. So... I need to consider my options, right? Because any damage I do to the Ogerpon afterwards, they're going to get some health back, right? So there is always that. Yeah. So, okay. Let's think about this. I could go for a Drain Punch with the, no, I think I'm going to... No. This is an interesting dilemma, to be honest. So, that's a pretty good play on their part, to be honest. So, okay. They take some Stealth Rocks damage, and I could... Have they terrestrialized this game? They have not. So... What do I want to do, eh? I could go for a knockoff, but then they'll gain the health back with... Do you know what? I'm going for the knockoff. Let's do it, Incineroar. So, okay, they are terrestrializing, fair enough. So they're going to get a speed boost, but not that it matters because they outsped every Pokemon on my team regardless, right? So they're just doing it for the extra grass boost, I imagine. So, okay. They could have Swords Dance, Ivy Cudgel, Leech Seed, Encore. There's a whole bunch of things this thing could go for, right? So let's just see what they go for. So what are you going for, buddy? It's going to be the... oh, Low Kick, but we are plus... Okay, Incineroar holds on like a boss. Amazing job, buddy. So we go for that knockoff. Let's see the damage, and we one-shot the Ogerpon. Amazing job, Incineroar. That's what I'm talking about. Amazing job. Oh, my God. I made such a bad mistake with my Sceptile earlier on, but Incineroar and Espeon were able to turn it around. So, thank you, guys. Good game to my opponent, and fantastic job to all my Pokemon. Boosh. Jeez Louise, look at my opponent's team. They got the Kyogre, the Galarian Moltres, the Miraidon, the Necrozma, Lunala or whatever it's called, the Darkrai and the Charizard. I think the only reason why I want to face this team is because they got a Charizard, right? But sod it. I'm leading off with my Lycanroc, and let's do this. Okay, so who are you leading off with? Eh? So out comes the Kyogre. Oh my God, okie dokie. So, do we think this thing is Choice Scarfed? Oh boy, okay, okie dokie. So, I'm going to go for my Stealth Rocks, because I don't see them having a way of getting rid of them, right? So let's go for those Stealth Rocks. Okay, so they're not Choice Scarf. That's great to know, because I can Endeavour this afterwards, right? So great job, Lycanroc, for setting up the Stealth Rocks. I'm guessing they're going for a Water Spout. No, Origin Pulse. Fair enough. So that will bring my Lycanroc down to its sash. Fair enough. And yeah, there it is. So Lycanroc, let's go for an Endeavour, and let's weaken this Kyogre, right? So time for that Endeavour. Here we go. Alright, so Lycanroc goes for that Endeavour. We bring the Kyogre down to its Focus Sash, and they, down to 1 HP, and they knock out my Lycanroc. Great job, Lycanroc. You took a good long rest, buddy, and you leave the rest to us, eh? So, now, who do I want to go into on this, eh? Sod it, I'll go into my Espeon, let's do it. So, come on in, Espeon, buddy. We'll go for a Psychic, and, oh, hang on a minute, they've got the Darkrai, haven't they? So, okay, do you know what? I'm going to go for that Terra Blast, so that I can Terra Fighting in case they go Darkrai, right? So, Espeon knocks out the Kyogre, lovely jubbly. Down goes the Generation 3 Water Legendary, and let's see who comes in next. Alright, so let's see. Is it the Darkrai? We're about to find out, and it is the Darkrai. Okay, so exactly as I wanted, right? So Espeon, let's go for that Terra Fighting, buddy, and let's knock him out with the Terra Fighting Terra Blast. Alright, so here we go. Time to Terrestrialize. So I can't remember Darkrai's speed tier, but I'm pretty sure it's faster, which I think confirms they're not terrestrializing, right? So here we go. Got a nice little Terra Fighting Fist Crown on our Espeon's head, and we're going to knock this into oblivion with a Terra Fighting Choice Specs boosted Terra Blast. So Get him, Espeon. That's what I'm talking about. Unless they're Focus Sash. No, the Stealth Rocks broke the Sash, right? This will definitely knock him out. Get him, Espeon. Down goes a Darkrai. Amazing job, Espeon. That's what I'm talking about. Down goes the second Legendary, and Lesu comes in next. Alright, so who's coming out now? Is it the Lunala? And it is the Lunala. Okay, so pretty sure that thing is Psychic Ghost, right? So let me just double check. It is Psychic Ghost. Okay, so in the back, they haven't got any physical attackers, right? So I'm going to go into my Corviknight, and I'm going to go for a U-turn to get some momentum, because Corviknight can't touch the Miraidon, it can't touch the Charizard, so it probably is in my best interest to just use Corviknight as a pivot here. So come on in, buddy, I need your assistance. What are they going for? Psychic, so we resist that. As long as we don't get a special defense shot, we should be okay. Great job, Corviknight. And, okay, so I could have gone into Incineroar for 3, to be fair, but how could I have known, right? So let's go over that U-turn, let's do it. Alright, so they go for the Moongeist Beam. I think Corviknight can tank one hit. Hold on, Corviknight, buddy. I believe in you. Hold on. Corviknight holds on like a boss. He took that pretty well, to be fair. You go for that U-turn, do a little bit of chip damage. Great job, buddy. And we're going to go straight back into our Incineroar. Yeah. Okay, so let's do this. Incineroar, buddy, I need your assistance. Come on in. Let's do this. So Incineroar, the Cloud Watcher, come on in. I'm going to get off and Intimidate, but it doesn't matter because all of their Pokemon are special attackers, right? So, okay, time to go for that bulk up. Let's do it, buddy. Alright, so they go for the Moonblast. Okay. Incineroar takes that like a boss. Go for the bulk up. We're +1 attack and defense. I'm going to go for another bulk up because I want to get as powerful as possible, right? And then I'll go for a rest and activate my Chesto Berry when I feel the time's right. Okay, so let's go for that bulk up. Here we go. Alright, so they're going to withdraw the Lunala. Interesting. So maybe into the Miraidon? I'm not sure, but I feel confident that Incineroar can tank at least one hit, right? So who's it going to be? It is the Miraidon. Okay. So I am going to take advantage of this. I'm going to go for a +2 knockoff, right? I feel confident that Incineroar can tank at least one hit. So, come on, Incineroar. I believe in you. Let's do this, buddy. So, okay. Got a nice little boost in our stats. And, yeah, Incineroar. Time to go for that +2 knockoff. And let's do some big damage, buddy. Come on. Alright, so, they're terrestrializing. Oh, boy, don't tell me it's Terra Electric. So, I think Terra Electric probably will knock us out with the electric terrain boost. But, oh, well, it is what it is. So, yeah, they are Terra Electric. So, maybe I should have preserved Incineroar and sacrificed Corviknight. But, oh, well, it is what it is, right? So, here we go. So, Electro Drift. Okay. Incineroar, if there's any chance of you holding on, buddy, I need you to do it now. But I'm pretty confident we won't be able to take it. But it is what it is. Hold on, buddy. Can we hold on? No. Okay, fair enough. So, that knocks out my Incineroar, which is unfortunate because this was a perfect counter to their Lunala. But it is what it is, right? So, okay, I'm going to go into my Sceptile. And I'm going to go for an Endeavor, hoping that we tank at least one Dragon-type move. And we can lower its health like that, right? So, let's go for that Endeavor immediately. Alright, so we're fast. Oh my god, we're faster. We're faster. Oh god, they got the physical outrage as well. What am I facing? Oh my god. Okay, so fair enough. So now they're locked into outrage, right? Now they're locked into outrage. So what I can do now is I can go for a Shed Tail. How am I faster? That's so weird. Okay, anyways, I'm going to go for that, I'm going to go for a Giga Drain. Let's see how it goes. So Sceptile goes for that Giga Drain. We do a nice chunk of damage when I get some health back. And yeah, okay, Sceptile, you got this, buddy. So back to 117 health. Lovely jubbly. They go for another Outrage. Here it comes. And Sceptile holds on like a boss. Great job, buddy. And now I'm going to go for that Endeavor to bring the Miraidon down to low health, right? So Sceptile goes for that Endeavor. We bring the Miraidon down to a chunk of health. They go for another Outrage. And that's going to knock out my Sceptile. But great job, Sceptile. Proud of you. Take a good long rest. And yeah, okay, so what do I think? Oh, hang on a minute. Is that because my that was because of my Unburden, wasn't it? Oh my god, I'm so silly. So, okay, that's my bad. Okay, so what do I want to do against this, eh? So, I'm going to go into my Kommo-o, and I'm going to Clangor a Soul, and I'm going to hope they hit themselves in confusion, right? Because this is going to be bloody tough. So, okay, let's go over that Clangor a Soul. Here we go. Alright, so they're confused. Come on. Hurt yourself in confusion. No, they go for an Outrage. Oh my god. Hold on, Kommo. Kommo holds on like a boss. That's going to activate our Citrus Berry. Fantastic job, Kommo. That's what I'm talking about. So, we get a nice little chunk of health back. We're going to go for the Clangor a Soul. We're basically going to lose the health we got from the Citrus Berry, but it was bloody worth it, eh? So, okay. Kommo gets a nice little +1 in all of its stats. Attack, defense, special attack, special defense, and speed. And we can go for a... I can go for an Aura Sphere and knock this out, right? 100%. So, okay, Kommo, you got this, buddy. Let's go for that Aura Sphere and let's knock this out. So, Kommo goes for that +1 Aura Sphere and we knock out the Miraidon. I can't believe I got confused as to how my Sceptile outsped the Miraidon, right? But fair enough. So, down goes the Miraidon. And yeah, Outrage Miraidon. How crazy is that? So let's see who comes in next. Alright, so who's coming out now? It's going to be the Lunala. Okay, so I think +1 Clanging Scales will be enough to knock this out, right? So let's go for that +1 Clanging Scales. Let's do it, buddy. Alright, so Como goes for that +1 Clanging Scales, and we knock out the Lunala. Amazing job, Como. That's what I'm talking about. So down goes the Lunala, and let's see who comes in next. Alright, so who's coming out now, eh? It's going to be the Galarian Moltres. Okay, so pretty safe to just go for a Clanging Scales again. Let's do it, buddy. Alright, so Como goes for that +1 Clanging Scales, and oh, we almost knock it out. Great job, Como. And, okay, so they get the Berserk boost. Oh my god, okie dokie. So, and they get Alpha Hurricane. That's going to knock out my Como, unfortunately. Great job, though, Como. And, yeah, I can go into my Espeon, but definitely faster, right? And then I can go for a, what do I want to go for against this? Alright, so come on in Espeon, buddy. I can't go for the Psychic because they're Dark Flying, right? So I'm going to have to go, what am I going to do? I'm going to have to go for the, Terra Blast. Let's do it. So, alright, Espeon goes for that Choice Specs Terra Blast. We're going to knock out the Galarian Moltres. And then on the Charizard, I'm going to have to switch into my Corviknight, let Corviknight go down, then bring Espeon back in and annihilate it with a Psychic, right? So, alright, so let's see. Who's coming out now? Oh, what am I talking about? Of course it's the Charizard. So, Stealth Rocks damage. Fantastic. So, now our Psychic can definitely knock this out, right? So, time to bring in our Corviknight to take the hit. Alright, so come on back, Espeon. You've been amazing, buddy. Proud of you. Corviknight, I need you to come on in. I need you to soak this hit for us, allowing Espeon to come back in, right? So, okay, we got Flamethrower. Inferno! That's a 50% accurate move, and they get it off. Oh my god, that's insane. Inferno Charizard. Wow. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. So, time to go back into our Espeon, and we'll go for that Choice Spec Psychic, and we'll knock out this Charizard, eh? So, come on in, Espeon, buddy. You've got this. And yeah, Espeon can get its third KO of the game. So let's go for that Psychic. Here we go. Alright, so Espeon goes for that Choice Specs boosted Psychic, and we're going to knock out the Charizard. Amazing job, Espeon. That's what I'm talking about. So, I mean, for a full legendary team, not bad, I guess. So, good game to my opponent, and fantastic job to all my Pokemon. Boosh. What a fantastic set of games, am I right? Choice Specs Espeon is an absolute monster if used correctly and can deal some major damage, that's for sure. Oh, and if you enjoyed watching my Choice Specs Espeon annihilating our opponents, be sure to smash that like and subscribe button, and don't forget to let me know what's one of your favourite Psychic-type Pokemon down below in the comments. And with all that said, there should be a couple of videos popping up right about now that YouTube thinks you'll love, so why not give one of those a try after this? Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Have a fantastic day. Cheers.
No time to question my moves. I stick to the path that I